it's not necessarily the best financial decision to pay off loans early.
Of course,
to
of
take
course.
a shorter loan tenure because there's opportunity cost in cash flow, right?
Yes.
You could be using that cash
For
for other
business.
purposes. Your return on investment in that sense should be higher. So
Just-
depends. I think there's a lot of context that needs to be dealt with.
The big factor for whether you should pay off your loan, in my view lah. So I'm not an advisor, but this is my version of rogue finance. Right?
Rogue finance.
Unstructured.
What are we?
Rogue
Mission Impossible.
Unstructured pirate. Unstructured pirate, you know, kind of.
Pinoy finance.
This more like school of hard knocks kind of
School
look
of
at
rock,
things, right? Is if whatever you're paying off the loan increases in value over time or not. So there's this idea in finance called good debt and bad debt.
Okay.
Bad day, you're never gonna get that shit back, man.
So I'll tell you what bad debt is. Number one are the worst. Cars.
Okay.
So when you take
Alone.
a loan, you are not just taking a loan, but you're taking a loan on an asset that
That
is
will
Depreciating over time.
Yes, depreciating over time. That's why I don't know if you are aware. Sometimes you can buy a car, and you want to sell it, you actually have to top up.
You have to top up.
You need to like make your car
Yeah.
big better,
Yeah.
fix this, fix that, so that it's actually in a resale
it-
position.
No.
No?
You gotta pay
Because
off
the
your
loan you take, let's say
I thought we're talking the loan finish deal.
no. Let's say you take a loan of 50k lah. 50K.
What car is that lah? Bro, Aston Martin.
X3 or
It's a house with wheels. You know? so let's say you pay 50k on a 60k car, a 55k car, let's say, right? Then let's say because that car is so low in demand, the depreciation happens very fast.
Yes.
So let's say within the 5th year, the value of the car went from 55 to 20
Okay.
in the 5th
Very
year.
normal, but okay.
Right? But then the loan you paid off, you initially owe 50, right?
Yes.
Only drops at that point in time to 35.
Okay.
You need to top up. That's a 15.
So you
Okay.
talk about 10 and 15, no?
Yeah.
So it's very common one.
Wow.
Very common, especially those people buy
Mercedes, BM.
BM.
Yeah, BM depreciate.
No, lah, it's a continental car thing, but it's cultural context, so it depends on where you
Just-
go for the.
So
car thing.
I always
Honda,
call a car essentially is a financial black hole.
That's bad, that.
That's bad debt. Most credit card debt is bad.
Ah.
Most.
Because it's the heavy 16-17%.
That and also because what do you buy with credit card usually?
I buy food, lah.
So it's literally depreciates in one day. You shit it out after one day.
Yeah.
That's the asset.
Yes.
You see
No, but
the-
nutrients, it keeps me going.
Bro,
yeah lah.
bro, I don't know, man.
But you
Correct.
can't
shit that
can't
shit
resell
out.
your cannot
shit.
resell your
Yes.
food.
But that's the thing. For me, it's food
yeah.
and content. It's my YouTube.
Yes, so in your case, it's good. Now, back to the car one.
Yes.
It's good that when you're a Grab driver.
Yes.
Because you can make
You
use
can
of
actually make a
it.
profit out of your.
So it's contextual lah. So for house, usually I would say it is
Good
good that,
Because it's property and asset, lah.
but where is your house situated? That's another thing you have to consider.
Whether
Shalang.
market value is in your favor or
Of
not.
course.
Yes.
Time and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, you should try to buy a house at PJ.
Yes. So if you have BJ, not so bad.
That's why. That's why your godfather SS2, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That guy is champion of ROI, man.
I'm gonna survey houses at PJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in general, houses are
It's a yeah.
quite okay lah. But then there's also the extreme version of people who, and sometimes it's a psychological thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Because what I realized about finance is that people think it's mathematical, but it's very psychological. That's why you can have people who know very little about finance, but the minute they die, suddenly, right, their children get 10 million inheritance. And you're like, huh?
That's exactly. Huh?
Oh wait, huh?
Have y'all been to Malacca Jonker Street?
No.
Yeah.
Have y'all eaten the chicken rice ball?
Yeah.
Do you know that he was hunted down by the tax officers
Okay.
for evading 2 million ringgit in taxes?
Because he don't pay for tax, is it? Like as a chicken rice ball seller.
So if he has avoided 2 million ringgit in taxes, that means that chicken rice store
Doing pretty well.
has made him 6 million plus.
Wow. That
Wait,
means
he didn't pay his tax.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why?
Oh, you know, okay, so here's the rumor. The rumor is that the wife is from China. They go into a fallout. Then the wife rat him out.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's the rumor. I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
But,
Rumor
but
has
it's
it.
fact that he was.
Living in Texas, right?
How does that translate to the inheritance of 10 million? Though?
So
How do we get
because
there?
these people, this chicken rice seller, know nothing about finance. He doesn't know about the math.
Uh-huh.
Probably doesn't know about compound. The only thing he knows about compound interest is how many people eat chicken rice. You know
Yes, yes,
how
yes.
fast the word spread.
Yeah.
In that way, it's compound
Very
interest
important.
also. So, and you get a lot of people who are very smart, who know finance, who worked in all the big banks, but then still get bankrupt.
Huh.
Why?
I think poor management.
For management, because it's not about the math, it's about the psychology. So a lot of people, so they have this idea of good debt, bad debt, right?
Mhm.
So they somehow, because they're so smart, they've got degrees from Harvard, they will convince themselves that a lot of things that they buy on debt are good. So they buy the yacht, then they buy the cars. Oh,
Self-destruct right there.
look, I'm a salesman. I need to buy the Lambo so that people will,
Respect me.
So they will, they will
Self-justified.
justify all this shit, right? And I can make enough money to pay off the interest.
Just stick
But
to
then
Honda.
when the music stops, there's no more chairs left.
That's it.
You're gone.
Wow.
So, but they know the math, what they know interest, they know.
I think they're just too smart for themselves sometimes.
Correct.
lah.
exactly.
Done.
I still don't know how this.
So
takes
so
like 10
so,
million.
so for some people, they will actually pay off the loan faster
Uh-huh.
because they have that natural psychological, like he was telling me about his credit card, the natural aversion to debt.
Okay.
Because Borge was telling me about how his mom asked him to buy an iPad through his credit card, even though he doesn't like credit card because he's scared he gets addicted. So even though Borge is not in finance, but you have that psychological component of being averted to that.
I see.
So that's why people are a lot closer to financial literacy than they think. It's just that, and back to the original conversation, the people who are from finance, to preserve their job, to preserve their income, they have to put all these layers of jargon so that they can justify their
Justify, yeah.
existence.
It's true though.
It's I'm
It's
only laughing because it's true.
Yeah.
That's
And to
painfully
tell you
true.
the arrogance, right, of a lot of financial advisors is this. There was a this is very, actually I'm not going to name the name, but it's a very famous financial planner in Malaysia, pretty young, and he actually posted on Facebook this article by the Star, and the Star basically said that, you know, with coronavirus, we realized that Malaysia has a shortage of doctors. So then his caption on top is that great article, Star, now do one for financial advisors, equating that financial advisors are doctors,
We are not doctors.
but they're not.
How are we doctors?
They're not. The people who always ask for financial advice usually have more money than the financial advisors. And that's why Warren Buffett, one of the best, actually the best investor of all time, he understood compound interest at age 7. And he was buying stocks at age 7. Okay?
It's a fucking monster.
What he
Those
doing?
guys was,
Hey,
I wasn't even a wanker at the age, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, what? 7? Sailor Moon, Doraemon.
Like, conversationally, I would say, hey, at the age I was a wanker. This one, I wasn't even a wanker yet, bro.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So he said, he this famous quote, right? He said that Wall Street, right, the capital of
I
finance,
miss this quote. Okay, it's good.
You know this quote, right?
It's a good quote.
is a place where people who drive Rolls Royce take advice from people who take the subway.
Huh. Never thought of it
Bro,
in that perspective.
it's true, bro.
It's not like that. The people who ask for financial advice have more money than the advisor.
To be fair, you shouldn't be driving in Wall Street, lah. The subway systems, they are very good.
Bro, you're not
In
putting.
their justification.
Okay.
But they have drivers, lah. These rich people.
Oh, don't care.
I'll still stick to Honda.
So that's why financial advisors.
That means I'm in a good spot in a way.
Yes.
Because I'm asking for advice.
Attaboy.
Oh.
It's a very, very insecure, very arrogant, very.
Do you come across some of these people sometimes?
Of course. Sure. That's how
I
you
try
try.
to avoid. I avoid it like COVID.
So like sometimes maybe when you're giving advices, right, to some of your clients or viewers say, hey, you're wrong lah.
Okay, then say
Then you
why?
just-
Like, I just feel like why? Like, and look, sometimes I am wrong. Because like I said, investing finance is evolving.
Yeah.
It's evolving.
You must.
And you the price of arrogance is too big lah in this view. It's too big. Because the stock market, the beauty of the stock market is that it doesn't care whether you're Indian or not. Doesn't care whether
Again, 1.3 billion, man, is gonna
Yeah.
hit somehow.
Actually,